everybody, Glenn here, and I've got a subscription box for you today, but it's one that's very special. It is the Bambox Anniversary Edition. Now, there have been a ton of unboxings already of this box. Super popular. You got to give it up for any subscription box company to come on the scene when Bambox did, and not only take off, but still be going strong a year later. Believe me, it's not an easy thing to do in this market, and this subscription box arena is very crowded and very competitive. So for Bambox to make it a year, it's really something to be proud of. They just did a great job this whole year. Now, Bambox has just an interesting story over the past year. I think one of the things that I love about Bambox is also the thing that I am wary of. Now, what I mean by that is Bambox, right off the very beginning, one of the things that they accomplished just better than any other box I've ever seen is really creating a sense of community. Not just community with their customers, but community with unboxers and the unboxing community. I've never seen a box company really take the effort that Bambox did to really connect with those in the YouTube and the unboxing community. Now, doing that is not only a great thing, on a personal level. It's great for YouTubers to be hearing directly from a company about videos and how much they appreciate the great things that we say about them. So from a YouTuber perspective, how great is that? That just makes you feel good. We got into this for fun, right? And to hear from a company, not just as YouTubers but as customers, how much we're appreciated. There's a lot to be said for that. And they went over the top with the goodwill piece. Now, that wasn't just smart because it's a fun thing to do. You don't get into this business without it being a passion. So obviously Bambox has a passion for what they do. But it made such good business sense because the first time that Bambox had kind of an iffy box, who came to their side and rallied around Bambox? All of the YouTubers. When negative things were said about Bambox, YouTubers just flew out there to really support the company. And what an amazing thing that was. Now, I think that's great. I love that a company really reaches out and tries to create a personal connection with not only the customers, but the people that are reviewing them. I think that's amazing. But it also kind of leads to an interesting environment where a lot of YouTubers that are supposed to be reviewing the Bambox have nothing even slightly negative to say about any of their boxes. And that part of that is Bambox puts out great boxes. But it also kind of, I think, this is just me, I think it undermines the thought of, hey, what I'm trying to do with my videos and what I've done since the beginning, and it's going on 2 years now, this is 2 years just about, is to give you a sense of what I like and if I think it's worth it, from my perspective, to buy a box. And if I put that out there, then you as the viewer are trusting me to be honest and to not let my personal feelings about a company per se cloud my judgment about a particular box. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who opens up and unboxes anything is really being a reviewer. Like I said before, we all get into this for fun. So there's unboxers I love that really don't have anything negative to say about anybody or any box, or nothing ever disappoints them because it's just a fun thing for them to do, and I'm totally on board with that. But I think it's a dicey area if you're going to promote yourself as hey, we're going to review this box. We're going to tell you if we like it or not, whether it's worth it. We're going to value it so that you know if you need to get a box. But then you're wearing a Bambox t-shirt. You're promoting the company, which again, I don't have a problem with. That's fine. I love that Bambox has created that connection with people and made people like them as a company. But there's a flip side, right? There's a price to be paid. And that price is a little bit of loss of integrity, a little bit. So I try to walk that fine line between, I absolutely love the Bambox as a company, but I'm going to do my best to be honest about the actual boxes. And I think most people are, but I think there's this perception amongst the community that, I mean, honestly, how good of a job did Bambox do in connecting with us? I see unboxing after unboxing after unboxing with, again, Bambox t-shirts, Bambox chains, Bambox, we love the Bambox, which is, again, awesome. But that just shows what a great job Bambox has done in creating that kind of community. So that's kind of what I find interesting about. I just find it fascinating that Bambox has kind of created such loyalty among YouTubers that they're always going to, I guess, are always going to rally around them. And I just think that's amazing to me. I've never seen anything like it with a box company. So anyway, that being what it is, I'm excited to get the Bambox anniversary box because what I know of it is the fact that this whole box is centered around callbacks to prior boxes. They're not the same things that we got in prior boxes, but they're callbacks, reminders, things that are variations on the themes that they've done in the past. So I'm excited to see there's just a ton of variants, which means there's at least, I think, 3 items in here that is can be different from box to box. And I love that part. I love that boxes aren't all the same for everybody who gets one. So, I mean, when I'm done here, that's all I'm going to do for the next few hours is look at Bambox unboxings because everybody got different stuff. So, let's see what I got. Okie dokie. The first one is kind of something that everybody got, and that is the Jason mask, signed by Ari Lehman again. This one's a little bit different than the mask that we got in the past box. This is one of the first boxes I got. It was a dark gray mask, a little bit different. It was, I think, numbered, I want to say, as well. This is a little bit different. It's a yellow mask. It's got traces of blood. The cool thing about this mask is they're colored individually. So they're hand painted. So, you can really feel the texture of the paint. As far as the paint job itself, it could be a little bit better. It looks like it was a little bit speedy, but I think that's part of the point of this, is it's supposed to look like it's a handmade item, which it is. So that's pretty cool. Kind of goes really well with the other mask. All right, pin. Bambox always has a pin, and there's a few different ones. This one is the brass knuckles pin, which kind of is a callback to the actual brass knuckles that we got in a box a little while ago. So Bambox is always big for the pins, and one thing about pins in Bambox and some of the other boxes, pins are becoming a really big collector item. They're really coming into their own as something that is becoming a big part of the industry. So they got on early with their custom pins, so they're reaping the benefits of it, because a lot of people collect pins now, and they're a big part of it. And if you got in early on custom pins, then you're looking pretty good. And this one's pretty cool. All right, license plates. The Back to the Future box, the box that had Back to the Future item had a license plate, and it was the futuristic one with with kind of a barcode kind of thing instead of actual letters and numbers. Well, this they call back to this is here is a California license plate. Staying classy. This is from Anchorman 2. This is very cool. It's actually wrapped in plastic. I don't remember the last one being wrapped, but this is a very cool thing to hang up, and is a nice callback to the other license plate that they gave out a while ago. And this one comes with. Most things come with something that's saying that it's exclusive, authentic, that kind of thing. So this is one of the variant items, and I got the Anchorman 2 one. Staying classy. Very cool. All right, we've got a print. This is the Battle Bros print. It's a comic book cover style print, down to the price tag on there. And this is a Rocky Davies print. Very popular artist. See it down there. I think this is another variant item. It's got a certificate of authenticity on it. But this is one of a couple that you could have gotten. I'm glad I got this one. This one is very cool. Rocky Davies, great artist. This one is really cool. There's so much going on here, from the aliens and predators to Rambo with Rocky gloves beating on them. It looks awesome. This is really cool, and it's a really nice print, and it's a nice callback as well. All right, we've got an animation cell. Now this item is something that was very variant in this. There were all sorts of different animation cells going out with this. This one is from Dennis the Menace. I like animation cells. They're cool. I don't, not kind of being into the art part of it. It's a tough thing for me to display or really kind of get into as a collectible, but they're very cool items. They just look really neat. And you can see back here too, talks about the fact that it's an authentic animation cell from, basically what these all are 90s animation series cells. And this one is from the Dennis the Menace series. So very cool. All right, we've got a book that talks about all the different callbacks. The pins. So I got that Brass Knuckles, but Stranger Things hat, that's awesome. That have been very cool. And then some limited ones that actually are Bambox pins were a couple of options as well. So as I said, a lot of variants. Here's the two print variants. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. So the Walking Dead-ish Negan Bat artist Chris Uminga. And then the Battle Bros, Rocky Davies. I'm glad I got that one. But that one's a cool too. I think both of these, actually, especially this top one, would have been great for a shirt. All right. And then the mask. So it talks about each mask has seen personal customization with no two masks actually being the same. So there we go. And again, the original ones were black. But this is a very cool edition as well, especially considering it's signed. All right, and then it talks about the animation cells. Let's see. Sorry, 80s cartoons, not 90s. So a lot of different ones. Real Ghostbuster, Sonic, Captain N, Street Fighter, etc. Obviously including Dennis the Menace, which is the one I got. Very cool. Hand-painted cells. And then talking about the different license plates. So you get the Nervous one from Ferris Bueller, Staying Classy, which is the one I got from Anchorman 2, and the Night one from Knight Rider. That would have been cool too. So I like the one I got, but the Night one would have been awesome as well. Very cool. And then next month's theme is the 90s. I'm going to hang on to Bambox. It's going to be one of those boxes I go through a couple of months instead of taking a month off, going to a different box. I'm going to kind of keep my sub going on Bambox because here's the thing about the box itself. as great as the company is, the box can have some missteps. And the reason it can have some missteps is because they put items in there that are very different. Whether they're weird or one of a kind. Signed stuff is always great. A lot of people like that stuff. I'm not really into the signed memorabilia. I think it's very cool. It just doesn't fit kind of my fandom and in the way I display my memorabilia. But it's different stuff. You know, I'm not getting a comic and a shirt, and you know, it's different stuff, whether I like it or not, if that makes any sense. I like the boxes because they're different, and I can look at the items and say, well, that's not really my thing. But when have I ever gotten a hockey mask or a cool animation cell or anything like that? You don't get that stuff in other boxes. And that's what the Bambox strength is. You don't get this kind of stuff in any other box. And for that reason, just for the creativity in the anniversary box, calling back to past boxes, but not just including stuff from past boxes, which they could have very well done. I'm giving this box an A. From that standpoint, I just really feel that they really did a good job. And there's been past boxes where I haven't liked it that much. And I'm going to be honest about that. But it's not liking the box in terms of the actual fandoms, but I want to support this company because they're different. Finally, right? They're different. They do some really different things and really go out of their way to make their boxes as special as possible, whether they hit a home run every time or not. And they don't. But, you know, maybe I'm not going to go so far as to be the rah-rah cheerleader for Bambox. I love them as a company. I really think that they do a great job. I'm going to call them out on the boxes when I need to, but this time they really struck a great chord with this anniversary box. I'm looking forward to the 90s box. I'm a little scared of the 90s box, just because, you know, it's a excited scared because you don't know what you're going to get. So I've rambled on long enough. A box, dig the anniversary box. They did a great job. I definitely recommend Bambox moving forward, but don't be afraid of it. You have to know that they're going to put some different stuff in here that you may not like. You may not like it very much, but they're always going to come through with unique, interesting items that you can't get anywhere else. So that's my spiel about the Bambox. Hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, as rambly as it was, hit that like down below. As always, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that cool stuff that I've got in the description below. So, until next time, we'll see you later. Adios.